go.
Hello, welcome to Wednesday days Alienate UK live stream. This is actually going to be the last one on a Wednesday. Starting next week, we are doing Encyclopedia of the Unknown. Next week, I forget it every single time. Next week, we're doing it live. Then after that, they're all going to be pre-records. So we're doing a live one, so you get to see what we're actually going to be doing and how it's going to work. And then we're just going to record them and then put them out on a Wednesday. So that's everything. For now, I do have another update, but I want to talk with the guest because he's only on for 60 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I just want to do a big welcome to Paul Dale Roberts from is it Sacramento. You from?
Yes, Sacramento, Elk Grove. Yeah, they're together. Yeah. So
he's over like the West Coast, California, San Francisco, up that way somewhere, I think. So I would read out your bio, but I think just reading that out would take longer than 60 minutes, to be honest, because there is a lot on there. So a shortened version is using the military. You're a esoteric detective when it comes to the paranormal. You've done dancing. I don't think there's anything you haven't done, to be honest. There's a lot on there.
It's a life well lived. I mean, you know, as I say, if we have a bio like that in 20 years' time, I'll be a happy woman.
Well, you know, I'm hecka old. So, I managed to do a lot of crazy things. So, and here I am.
So how did you get started then? How did you get started in the paranormal? What sparked it for you?
Well, I lived on a street called Effie Street in Fresno, California.
Oh,
everything was centered on me. I mean, that house was just totally haunted. I was actually, as a small child, thrown into a heater by this entity. I was looking out the bedroom window and I can hear a woman's voice, which sounded like my mother, saying, "Come here." And she was trying to entice me to go into the orange grove. And I almost did it, but then I saw my mother in the kitchen. I said, wait a minute, you know, this thing is mimicking my mother. So, and the craziest thing that happened was this thing that looked like a black tea kettle. And it was rolling down the sidewalk, comes up to my window. The window opens halfway. This tea kettle thing floats up and the snout engulfs me with some type of mist. I start hacking and coughing. My mother comes in thinking she's giving me cough syrup. Instead, she was giving me poison. Yeah. Ooh. So, here I was.
How?
Yeah, throwing up this poison. Yeah, and it had the skull bones on it. Yeah, it was like, wow. And then I would see like these flying, it had wings and devilish faces and everything else. It was horrible. I went through hell. And so
Jesus.
After we moved out of there, I kept on thinking, I said, was that childhood nightmares or was that real? So I started reading all kinds of books on the paranormal. I was reading books by Brad Steiger. Later on in my life, I wrote this big old thing about Brad Steiger. Brad Steiger contacts me. I said, oh my God, you're my childhood idol. You know, and I was reading him and I was reading, I got into Ancient Aliens with Chariots of the Gods.
Yes.
Yeah, and Eric von Däniken.
I've got that.
Yeah. And, I got into military intelligence too, and I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Oh yes, please.
Yes.
My word. Oh, I mean, what an experience to have at an early age.
How was your mom giving you poison? Was it?
She was half asleep.
Ah, right, got you.
giving me cough syrup, when in turn she was giving me poison.
Wow.
Jeez. You got to wonder. I know it sounds a bit weird, but you got to wonder if that was the intention of this thing, this mimic, this. You know, if you had a greater purpose, and like, because as I say, looking at your bio, if you had some sort of greater purpose in life, if it was trying to, like, you know, stop that from happening, almost.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was trying to take me out.
Yeah.
Because we talk about manifestation and us creating these golems and what have you. Why can that not do the same with us? Why can that not manifest us to do things that, like glimmering? Is it? I always get it wrong. Glimmer, like what vampires do when
they look like something else. Yeah.
No, when they control your mind and they get you to do, like, the power of persuasion.
Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah, exactly. So what's not stopping the paranormal from doing that to us? Making us think we're doing one thing, but we're doing something totally different.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, it was like it was a very confusing moment in my life because I didn't know if I experienced something that was real or it was just something that I dreamed up. So, and I started reading all these books, just trying to learn about something about the paranormal. And I never knew I was going to be a paranormal investigator. But my path led me down that way.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's a lot of us that, apart from the whole poisoning thing, we've got the same sort of, like, origin stories. It started in our childhood. It sparked something in us. We've researched, and then and in later life we've gone on to investigate. And so it seems to be a pattern, isn't it? That a lot of us go through that end up in this field or this kind of work.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what made me. And you know, when I was living in Monterey, California, at Monterey Bay, people sometimes they hear humming, and sometimes they see UFOs coming out of the water or going into the water. If they go into the water, they become underwater submerged objects.
Yes.
So when I got into the Army, well, from 73 to 76, I was a military policeman, and I was stationed in Germany. I had a 3-year break in which I became a dancer. You guys probably see.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I'm impressed.
I want to see the moves.
Yeah.
When disco died in 1979, I said, oh, man. And I saw this Army recruiter, and I said, well, I used to be in the Army, and I started talking to his recruiter, and I said, hey, what is it that these military intelligence guys do? And before I knew it, I was signing on the dotted line again and going back into the Army. And this time I was going military intelligence.
Wow.
So I was a 97 Bravo intelligence analyst, and I was with the Photo Interpretation Center in Korea. And I worked with image interpreters, which they look at hot rolls. And hot rolls are film from reconnaissance aircraft or reconnaissance satellites. And they're looking for threats from North Korea and Red China. Well, I had a top secret SBI clearance, which is Special Background Investigation.
Wow.
And on one particular day, 6 photographs came in. And these 6 photographs were from our reconnaissance satellites. And on each picture was a picture of a UFO or UAP, what we call it now.
Yeah.
And the 6 photographs were of a globe, a cube, a triangle, a boomerang, a disc, and something that looked like ball lightning.
Wow.
And these pictures were part of a bigger picture. They were part of a video that was taken by the satellites. And on the back of each photograph, it said intelligent movement. So at that point in time, I knew that our military, even though that Project Blue Book closed down in 1969, our military was still investigating UFOs.
Yeah.
And each photograph said intelligent movement. That means these things had some type of intelligence control. And I swear, if I could go back in time, I would probably try to make copies of those pictures. You know?
Yeah.
If I were to steal those pictures or make copies of them, I would be in prison right now. I'd be at Leavenworth.
Yeah.
So the only thing I had to do with the pictures was to give it a number. And then went to the DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency. And from there, it went to the CIA. And from there, it went into a black hole and disappeared.
Wow.
So, but I can tell you, 1981, that the military, our military, was investigating UFOs. And what's kind of also too interesting is about 6 months later, 2 photographs came in. Had nothing to do with UFOs. But on the back of it, it had POW question mark. 1982, it showed somebody that looked like it was an American being escorted by Vietnamese. And they were a POW in 1982 in Vietnam.
What?
Yes. Yep. So the UFOs and the POW.
What the? So it
1982.
My head's just gone. This doesn't.
Yeah, that's well after the Vietnam War. Well. I mean, that ended in the 70s.
About 10 years after. You know?
Yeah.
Is it 71, 72 it ended?
Yeah. 1973, I went into the service. I went into the Army.
Yeah.
The Vietnam War was ending in 1973. I'm a Vietnam era vet.
Yeah.
Because I knew.
Yeah.
I was born in 73, so I knew it was roughly around the time, because I was born at the beginning of 73. So I knew it was roughly, that's why I thought it was 71, 72, just before I was born. But, wow. So 10 years, how, was there a time slip or something? Did someone go somewhere and, you know, like you hear of these super soldiers, like the 20 and back, they go and they do these space trekking, I suppose, and then they come back, and then was he not a POW? Was he getting debriefed from a mission that he's been on?
He was handcuffed and he was walking with Vietnamese soldiers. So, definitely, possibly an American POW, 1982. And what's kind of interesting is the Special Forces Green Beret. There was a couple of those soldiers that said that POWs were still in Vietnam. And I saw the photograph. So, yeah, it seems that way.
Wow. I hope at some point they were released. I hope they made it home, you know.
Well, it makes you think, how many more could there still be more out there?
Yeah, and
it's only
died out there.
What happened to not leaving a man behind?
Yeah, but there's so much going. 50 years ago, if they was like 1920, they could still be alive. They could still be out there.
Oh yeah!
Wow!
Wow! To tell you guys too, you guys all heard of the Men in Black, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Well, when I was with military intelligence, right, we also too had black suits. And if we did something that was out in the field, we had to wear the black suits. We couldn't display our insignia
Yeah.
that we're military intelligence.
Yeah.
So when we went to the 38th parallel, and there's a conference table where North Korea and South Korea talk.
Yeah.
If you walk around the conference table, you're in North Korea. And we were wearing black suits. And so the North Koreans couldn't tell what we were. But if you look at it, we were like the men in black.
You're a walking, talking man in black.
Yeah.
So you started that.
Yeah.
It was you guys that started that off.
And there was a funny thing that happened. Okay, as I was going around the conference table, right, the captain, our captain, was telling us, he says, don't touch the North Korean side of the table. You know, you can cause an international incident. Don't look at the North Korean soldiers. Don't touch the table, nothing. Okay, so I have my camera, and we're going around the table to the North Korean side, and I put my camera down just for a second on the North Korean side, and the captain's eyes got like this big, and he goes, Roberts, get that camera off the table. I'm gonna, you know.
Wow.
Wow.
I almost got an international incident.
Well, as I say, it might not have ended in 73 at that point. So
Yeah.
this UFO that obviously they had these 6 photographs of, was it one UFO and it was morphing, or was it multiple craft?
It was a different type of craft. You had
Yeah.
6 photographs, 6 different type of UFOs, and they were globe, cube, triangle, boomerang, disc, and something that looked like ball lightning.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
And when I went to Skinwalker Ranch,
Oh yeah.
I actually saw ball lightning. That was the first time I ever saw something like that. It was just like a heavy, heavy thunderstorm. And it seemed like the clouds were kind of opening up. And there was just this static light, and it just shot down to the ground and just exploded into sparks.
Wow.
So yeah, that was happening at Skinwalker Ranch. And then we heard this like crazy screech. The rain was hitting so hard, and I thought I recorded the screech, but all you could hear was the pitter patter of the rain.
Mm.
The next day, one of my investigators who came with me had pneumonia. So we were supposed to stay up there about 5 days, but I had to immediately take her back from Utah to California,
Yeah.
get her to see a doctor. She was very, very sick.
Oh, bless her. Bless her. I mean, was this when this was Bruce Bigelow had control of the ranch, or was this much more recently?
This happened in, what year was that? 2008.
2008. So yeah, it's still
Still had it. Yeah.
Yeah, he still had it.
Because he got it in the mid 94, 95,
Something like
thereabouts.
that.
And then Thingy, is it Fugel or whatever he's called? He's got it now.
Brandon Fugel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love to go just give it. So what kind of, apart from your friend obviously needing medical attention and the ball lightning, what else did you experience on the ranch? I mean, is it as infamous as they say, or is it just been hyped, or, you know, is actual high strangeness going? I know the Uinta Basin is synonymous for it, but is it as prolific as they say on the ranch?
Oh yeah, I mean, just for it to have ball lightning and to witness something like that, there's something going on with the atmosphere over Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
The only thing I experienced, well, with that thunderstorm, we set up the tent. I was falling in the mud all the time. It was horrible. It was a terrible storm. And for the ball lightning to see something like that, was spectacular. So there's definitely something going on over there. I wish I had more time to actually investigated.
Yeah.
I doubt if I can get there now because History Channel's over there now with Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're always looking for great researchers and they're always looking for people who've experienced things. So, give Travis or Brandon Fugel an email and you never know. You might be, but if you do, let us know and we'll come with you.
Yes.
I got contacted by Expedition X.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I got contacted by Ancient Aliens. So,
Yeah.
like, if you look at my IMDb, they credit me as a location scout for Ancient Aliens because I gave them information about Mount Shasta.
Yes.
Yes.
Expedition X, I gave them information about Belize.
Mm.
So I got credited as a location scout.
Oh,
Wow.
not bad. That's pretty good going, isn't it?
That's
So,
good going.
have you ever been to? Is it Bradshaw Ranch or Stardust Ranch?
No. I
Have
would
you-
love to. I've been to Sedonia,
Mm.
which is close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not Bradshaw Ranch. No.
No, but the Stardust one in Rainbow Valley, Arizona, is supposed to be just everything. You think it makes? I'm not saying there's nothing going on at Skinwalker, but it makes Skinwalker look like a kid's playground in comparison to everything that's going on there. Just listen, just from when the family that are living there now, when they bought it, I can't remember when it was, up till the guy who owned it, Robert, he died a couple of years ago. And because I wanted to get him on the show, and I've been chatting to his wife, I think she's called Margaret. Barbara. Anyway, I can't remember her name, sorry. And I was chatting to her and she's saying that he went well and what have you, and then she let me know that he died. I'm like, oh my God. And yeah. But if you listen to any of the podcasts, read the book, just anything, the amount of stuff that goes on there, it's like that's where you want to go. You just want to move onto the ranch, and it's there was a container unit at the back, and they opened it up one day, and there was, I think it's 30 bulls or 30 cows stood on top of each other,
What?
which is probably more than 30. There's just stood inside this container unit, and they opened it up and they stood on top of each other like that. And then they had a couple of Rottweilers, I think it was, or Dobermans. Anyway, the thingy, usual suspect guard dogs.
Yeah.
And they'd come out because they'd heard him, but then they'd stop making noise, and they'd gone out looking for him, couldn't find him. I think it was the next day they went out. They was completely flat, like literally pancakes. But there's no blood, there's no bone, there's no residue from anything. Just two or three completely flat dogs.
I'm definitely not moving there.
Madness. So yeah.
I mean, is this something? I mean, you get these areas of high strangeness, don't you? Like, Skinwalker. I mean, here we've got like Rendlesham, we've got Wiltshire, we've got, places like that. I mean, have you ever come across in your military days of areas in different parts of the world that are like this?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually been to a lot of countries and territories. When I went to Thailand, I went to the bridge over River Kwai in Thailand. And you can feel in the atmosphere how depressing it was because you're dealing with torture, you're dealing with murder. I mean, even like Tower of London. Look how, I mean, that place too, you can feel it. I mean, those things were happening there. Yeah, you have different levels of the paranormal. So like Tower of London, the bridge over River Kwai and stuff like that, you have a ghostly realm of things happening. And some of it is just very, very depressing.
Yeah.
And then you have your ley lines, you have your UFO hotspots, Stonehenge. I mean, cross circles around there. I mean, you guys got it. I mean, you guys are lucky. I mean, England, you got all kinds of stuff going on. All the cross. We don't get a bunch of cross circles like that. I think the only cross circle we had was one down in Fairfield. That was an hour and a half away. And the farmer wouldn't let us out there.
No, they don't over here these days any much more, to be fair. They cut them out.
So why do you think we get different types of phenomena in different parts of the world? Do you think it could be a culture thing, or is it the energy that's related to that land?
I think with the Tower of London and Bridge over River Kwai, that's trauma imprinting, isn't it? That's residual energy. Yeah. It's that heavy. Yeah,
because of all the people that basically slaughtered. Really?
Yeah.
So, want for a better word, but I mean, like with the crop circles in Wiltshire, because you don't get them up in the north of England. I've not heard of any up in Scotland or Wales or like Norfolk, Suffolk, anywhere around there. You don't hear of crop circles in that area. They just seem to be in the southwest. I'm not saying it is. It probably are in other places, but
it's whether they get reported or not.
That's it. And if there's no one there to see them, you're not going to know, are you?
No.
But as well, it's like, so for Paul, why do you think there's different types of phenomena happening in different parts? Because obviously you're saying you've well travelled in that, so you've seen lots of different places and you've experienced these places when you've been there. Do you feel different types of energy, or what's going on?
Yeah. Like me, I'm not a psychic or anything, so I don't feel anything.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not sensitive. The only time I'm sensitive is somebody calls me a bad name. But
yeah.
Like I went to Mount Shasta, and Mount Shasta is a dormant volcano.
Yes.
And there's UFOs seen all the time going in and out of Mount Shasta. And I think it's like a gas station. It's where they can power up. And somehow you have ley lines that are connected from Mount Shasta to go to different points, probably goes to Skinwalker Ranch and everything else. And on those ley lines, they could probably, these UFOs, UAPs, get energized. When I went to Mount Shasta, I mean, you had all types of paranormal phenomena over there. The Native American Indians, they got into battles with pioneers out there. So and they would leave the bodies just on the ground. And so you had a slaughter of people. So you have a lot of ghostly activity. Yeah. When we did an investigation over there, there's a lot of sightings of Bigfoot and a lot of sightings of UFOs. And there's been hunters. I used to work for the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. I'm retired from that now. And I talked to a lot of hunters, a lot of falconers, a lot of people who did scientific collecting. And they said that they have witnessed Bigfoot out there, or they've seen UFOs. And a couple of hunters, which is kind of interesting, they said that they saw Bigfoot working alongside some aliens, some grays.
Wow.
And that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then one hunter told me that his uncle back in 1964 saw a Bigfoot, shot at the Bigfoot, and it blew up into sparks. Well, that tells me that Bigfoot can probably go from matter to energy and energy to matter.
Yeah.
E equals MC squared. What Einstein said, that energy can be transformed to matter, matter to energy. And that means Bigfoot is most likely an interdimensional being. It can go from its reality to our reality.
And that's why the disappearance people reporting portals, they're there 1 minute, they're gone the next. And
the one footprint.
The one footprint. What is that? It's just like, did you ever, when you were working with the wildlife and in the national parks, did you have any experiences with people going missing, like the missing 411? Was that something you experienced?
I've heard a lot of stories, especially in Mount Shasta. One of the, oh my gosh, two missing reports that I heard about. One is of a small child is walking with his family down the trail, and then all of a sudden just vanishes. Well, they find him 30 miles away without any shoes. How in the heck did he get 30 miles away with no shoes, walking on jagged rocks, walking around stickers and everything else? And he's 30 miles away. And then when they talk to him, he says, well, grandmother helped me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
I was just robot grandma.
Yeah.
And it asked the kid to do a poo with some tissue.
Yes.
This is true. So Gerald and Jane, Midwest, Heidi Pop, it's a massive thing, like on the central to west of America. It's a massive story. Yeah, and he said, he goes, it looked like grandma, but didn't quite act the same. She's very robotic, the way she moved, the way she spoke. And both me and Gerald wrote robot grandma.
Yeah.
Robot grandma.
Yeah.
Robot grandma.
There you go. And then straight after.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange things that happen at Mount Shasta. There was the other one where the three experienced hikers, the Native Americans tell you do not go above the tree line.
Yes.
Because you'll wind up vanishing.
Yeah.
And sure enough, three experienced hikers that go above the tree line, nothing but snow, and you can see the footprints. And the very first man, bam, vanishes.
Gone. Yeah.
Gone. And a lot of the rescue team that went over there, one of the rescuers says he either went up or he went down.
Down. It was only a few feet ahead. He was only like over the brow of the hill, and his mates were just behind him. And there was just literally footprints, then gone. Bush.
Yeah.
Gone.
Just gone like that.
It's a sacred area, isn't it? They say don't go above there because that's where the spirits live. You know, that's their home. We don't go up there. It's sacred.
Oh, so. Very difficult. Oh, let me tell you about my investigation over there.
Ooh,
okay.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes.
Okay, here we go.
Go.
Okay, we did a Bigfoot hunt. And so wood on wood is how they communicate. Yeah. So you pick up a branch and you take that wood and you hit it against a tree maybe 3 times. Okay, so I did this a couple times. Then all of a sudden, and I had my 2 investigators in front of me, I could see them. And right behind me, there was nobody there, but I heard 3 rocks hit the creek. Communication back to me. Wood on wood, I hit the tree 3 times, and this creature picked up a rock and threw it into the creek 3 times to respond to me. A bear can't pick up a rock and throw it into a creek. I mean, to me, it had to be Bigfoot.
It's intelligent response.
Yes, intelligent response. And then we had Holly DeLauder, and she is the former secretary of Sylvia Brown. And you guys probably know Sylvia Brown. She was like a celebrity psychic. She's written a lot of books. She's very, very popular. She's dead now. She died. Bless her heart. And anyway, Holly DeLauder, her secretary, was with us. And as we were walking, Holly was good as a psychic. And she would pick up on things and she would go, Paul, take a picture of me. I said, how come you just want a selfie? She goes, no. She goes, just take a picture of me. There's something behind me.
Mm.
I said, okay. So I snap a picture. With my naked eye, I don't see nothing. And when I look at the picture, there's a disc and it's tilted just like this behind her. So I take a picture of a UFO. And that picture went around the world. It got published in a book over there, Mount Shasta book. And so we got this evidence behind. She detected that UFO behind her. So that was our investigation over there, and it turned out to be very good.
Wow.
It was nice.
Wow. That is amazing. That is absolutely phenomenal. Because, as I say, I mean, half the time, you can actually feel them and they're about, but you can't see them. So you got to wonder sometimes, are they cloaked? Do they only show themselves when they want to show themselves? These balls in the light in the sky and these UFOs and things like that. And it's also as well with the infrared as well, isn't it? With those glasses that they had in Vietnam. With
the dietine.
Diatrite or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
With something or other.
It's the same kind of coating that they use on Curlian cameras, isn't it? It's that same thing they put on the lens. So we can see more with that. That's why they scrap them. So it's like, if we tapping into a different spectrum, can we actually see these things more where these psychics, mediums, sensitives, contactees are actually picking them up?
That's what they're doing. So it was in Vietnam where they're using these goggles, and they thought it was the men because he'd been smoking that they're tripping out a bit.
Either that or the military trees is a bit trippy.
Well, and then different people would try them on, and they'd see the same things like chasing the helicopter, these big floating, like the Dementors out of Harry Potter, but bigger. It's like them sort of mad creatures that were chasing them. And everyone was seeing and giving a description of the exact same thing. So they can't all be tripping and seeing the same unless it's a shared hallucination. I know it does happen, but then why would the military and the government scrap that and make them green instead of red?
I just want a pair, if there's any on eBay or anything like that.
If you get a pair, get me one.
We can have an eye each.
Yeah. I'll be half an eye, that'd do.
So, I mean, did you hear of this? Obviously, because that is you're a NAM vet. Was that something that was still going around when you joined, or had they scrapped that technology by that point?
Repeat that question again. You have me confused on that one.
The night vision goggles that they had with the red diatrite glass, the people were seeing all these creatures, UFOs. Cool.
On.
Yeah. So, I mean, did they have that technology when you were enlisted, or
no? We didn't even have night vision goggles. I have night vision goggles as a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
I've seen like orbs and stuff, but orbs can be almost anything.
Yeah.
It could be dust, it could be skin flakes, anything. So, but I got to tell you something about orbs, though. Okay, and I also too, I got to tell you, I love your accents because sometimes I have to really listen closely. Go, what did she say? Oh, I got it. Okay. So anyway, with orbs, I do it when I do an investigation. There was an investigation in where we had a ghost named Emily, and Emily was known to drain the energy from the occupants.
Yeah.
She would just make them feel fatigued and tired and everything else. So when we were doing our investigation, one of my investigators says, "Paul, I need to sit down. I feel like my vertigo is all off balance. I feel like I'm going to faint." I said, "Dang," I wonder if Emily is doing that to you. I wonder if she's draining your energy. So I said, "Emily, if you're listening to me," I go, "kiss him on the mouth." So 3 of us with our camera, we snap a photo and we get an orb on his mouth.
Wow.
Oh,
I said, oh my God. Back in my military intelligence days, intelligent movement.
Mm.
And I said, Emily, if you're listening to me again, I said, sit on his lap. I snap a photo, one camera, and there's an orb hovering over his lap. I said, oh my God, that right there, intelligent movement. I mean, it's listening to my commands. So now when I do an investigation, I'll put my hand on the wall and I said, if you are a ghost and if you're real, appear by my hand. And I swear I get pictures when I'm at a haunted home of an orb on my hand showing intelligent movement.
Wow. Wow.
See-
Let's try that one.
see that for me, orbs makes a lot of sense. There's one guy in America who used to contact me like 2-3 times a week, and he would swear blind. He'd get all these orbs in his apartment. I can't remember whereabouts in the US he lived. And he was told that these orbs are Native Americans. So when they go from an orb to like their spirit, they're only little, like couple of inches tall. And he sees them running around his apartment. But he says, with the photograph that he's got of the orbs, if you zoom right in, you can clearly see Native American faces in these orbs. And as well, I spoke and I've interviewed him a few times. Costa Macraeus, who does E.T. Let's Talk. He does a lot of the CE5 stuff. And there's one of the photos, I wish I still had it. And he took a photo and he stood there and there's nothing. You can see bits of dust. And then he said, right, if she's did this like manifestation, took another photo, and it's like he's in a bubble bath. It's like they're everywhere. He goes, yeah, some of it is dust, but if you zoom in, you can actually see faces in these orbs.
I got to tell you something, Andy. You hit the note right there. Okay, I did an investigation over at Del Paso Heights in California.
Yeah.
And I took a picture in the backyard, and I took a picture of 2 designer orbs. Designer orbs are the ones with the intricate type designs inside the orbs, like a snow.
Yes. Yeah.
And I enhanced it, and I saw dog faces in the 2 orbs. So I asked my investigators, I said, hey, come here. I said, what do you see in these orbs, these designer orbs? And she looks at it and she goes, oh, I see dog faces. There's a dog face there and there's a dog face there. I go, yeah. Okay. So I took it back to the occupant and I said, what is it you got in your backyard? And she goes, I got lemon trees. I go, okay. I said, besides lemon trees, what else do you have in your backyard? She goes, my 2 dogs are buried back there. I go, okay.
There you go.
I said, take a look at these pictures and tell me what you see. And she looks at them and she starts crying. I go, why are you crying? She goes, those are my 2 dogs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something like that I could deem as paranormal.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, so my take on orbs is, if your energy, what's the easiest shape to manifest into, to then change into whatever it is you're going to be, is a ball. I know this is going a bit out there, but it's like you make a snowball, you get the sort, you compact it and you make it into a ball. A football is, or soccer ball, it's the easiest thing to do. Like with rugby balls, you go all over the place. You're not going to make a square snowball and try and throw it, are you? You're not going to, like bubbles, like when you blow bubbles, like washing up liquid and all that. It's the easiest shape to, like natural shape, is a sphere. So the energy to become a shape, the easy shape, I believe, would be sphere. It just makes so much more sense. You can, and whether it's for travel, and I don't know anything about physics or anything like that, I know little bits, but it just makes sense. And that's why, with what Paul was saying before about Bigfoot and UFOs, and then you'll see an orb, and then there's a footprint that's left, or they've gone behind a tree, then nothing. You don't always see the orbs or the UFOs, but there is a very strong connection, and loads, hundreds, thousands, if not millions, of reports of all these things being seen at the same time, and you get the same response from like experiences. They'll see an orb, they'll see this, they'll see that. Where I used to live, just quickly, Milton Keynes, there's a video. I was house sharing at my mates, and I was on the second floor. I was just doing a little crappy video going, this is my room, you know what I mean, just thinking about. And as I open the wardrobe door, you see an orb just come, slow down, and then go between the gap where the door hinges into the edge of the wardrobe. And I sent it to a medium that I know, and she had a look at it. She said, there's a lot of dust particles and that on it. It goes, but there is one, and that's definitely an orb. Just by the way it moves and the colour, it's just completely different to everything else. I've still got it on my phone. I'll see if I can find it. I'll send it you both. See what you think.
Displays intelligent movement. Do you think that's why a lot of these UAPs as well? I mean, we see balls of light in the sky. I mean, they're UFOs, UAPs, or they used to be called balls, didn't they? Balls of light.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why they take on this spherical shape? Is it's easier to move through the atmosphere, or do the maneuvers that obviously our craft can't do?
I think they're like in a sphere, and inside that sphere, they are able to manipulate the time and space continuum.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, they go at this phenomenal rate of speed, and if it was like a human, we were turned to jello.
Yeah,
but with them, they're protected by this spear,
and it's aerodynamic.
Yeah, and that's why when we take
a golf ball, a tennis ball, a ping pong ball, most sports use a round ball other than rugby and American soccer. But obviously, it's played differently. But when you're kicking, you're hitting cricket, basketball, baseball. It's about just because of how it can move. So it just makes more sense to be that than any other shape.
The strength of it as well. If you look at any deep sea submersible, they are in a glass dome. They've got these submarine built around them, but they're in a glass dome because it distributes the pressure.
If you impact it on one end, that'll spread right the way through and go through it, and it's more chance of it not being broken and staying in one piece.
Interesting. I never thought of it like that before.
I've always thought of that. It was first thing apart, and it's I'm sticking with that one. I'm fucking having that.
I'll give you a well done on that one, Andy.
Thank you.
Do you both do paranormal investigations?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah. Andy does. Yeah.
Do you guys do a lot of demon cases?
I've had one that could be construed as a lower entity being, I don't know if it was a demon or a shadow being, or it wasn't nice. It was malevolent, put it that way. But I mean, you've come across quite a few demonic cases, according to your bio. Yeah,
my nickname is the Demon Warrior. Do you guys want to hear one of my worst?
Yes. Buckle up, guys. This is going to be a bit of a ride.
Yes.
Get the marshmallows ready. Okay. That's campfire.
Let me light the campfire first.
It's not hellfire. I don't mind. We'll stick with the campfire.
Just a little one.
Well, when I was a brand new paranormal investigator, I was in the Stockton area in California. And I get this phone call, and it's a lady who says she has a demonic force in her house. And she's near Stockton. So I said, well, I could probably drop over there and check things out. And at that time, being a paranormal investigator, a brand new one, I was very excited. One thing I learned, you never go to a place by yourself. Always bring somebody, for safety reasons. So I get to the house. The woman looked like a very nice grandmother type woman. She lived with her 30-year-old goddaughter. So the two of them live in that house. She says around about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, I see like a black mass in the hallway. And this black mass attacks us. Well, they both showed me bite marks on their neck and on their chest area.
Mm.
And I started wondering, I said, I wonder if they gave those bite marks to themselves.
Mm.
And I was just curious, but I kept it to myself. And so I had my laptop and I was interviewing her and, get more details of the story. And all of a sudden her face distorted to something more evil. From this nice grandmother type woman, she now looked evil.
Oof.
My eyes. And I said, oh, this is kind of weird. And then she goes, Paul, I have dreams. And I said, what kind of dreams? She goes, I have dreams of killing men. Mind you, I'm the only man in that house with these two women. So now I'm pouring down a little bit of sweat. I'm getting a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
I said, how are you killing these men? She goes, by taking a baseball bat and bashing their brains out. I go, what? So I'm over there still doing the interview. 15 minutes later, I look towards the living room and the goddaughter's holding a baseball bat with this look on her face like the Joker and going around and around and around with this baseball bat. I go, I said, you know what? I said, this story is so fantastic. I got to get it to my publisher.
Yeah.
I live right down the street. I'll be right back.
Oh.
He said, are you sure you're going to be right back? I go, yeah, I'll be right back. Man, I got in that car. I left my cell phone in the house. I took off. And, I'm not afraid of ghosts, but I am afraid of a 30-year-old woman with a baseball bat.
Who's just told you she wants to kill men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's more inner demons going on there.
That was my scariest demon encounter.
Wow. I'd go to far and name that the bunny boiler experience.
Wow, yeah. It'd be summer. Right, I've actually found that video. I've trimmed it down. It's only 8 seconds long. Can I show you guys, see what you think?
Yeah, go for it.
Ignore I'd literally just moved in, so it's like the bits that I had that would fit in the car. So
We've all been there.
So this is 2015, so about 10 years ago. So
Just got to make me there. That's it.
So did you see it? It was a bit quick.
It looked like a reflection, like something glinted, like it reflected in the light on the door for a second.
That's
Sorry,
what I thought. Yeah,
that's my skeptical debunking brain.
I thought. But if you I can't slow it down on here. I suppose I could if I'll screen share it if that's all right.
Yeah.
Because, sorry, I won't keep it too long. Right, where is it? So, I'll just get it ready at the point, and then I'll do it frame by frame. Sorry about this, Paul.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I'll just be really quick with this.
Yeah.
Grand Geyser 12, he says, Paul, with you in California, have you ever investigated the popular Doris Bither case? What is your take on that? A factual case or fake? I'm not even familiar with that case. So now I have to look it up. I'm gonna write that down. Doors.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
You've got a mirror there. Look.
So
You've got a mirror there on the door, on the wardrobe.
Where?
Yeah.
No, there's no mirror.
Is there no mirror? Oh, is that the bed?
Oh.
Is it? I can see a reflection of the bed.
Yeah. So that's a mirror, but that's pointing to the opposite wall.
Okay.
But if you look, it comes from inside.
I can see light reflection on that side. Here on the door frame.
So you can see it there now.
Yeah.
And that's inside the wardrobe.
Oh.
But you've also got light reflection here on the door frame, so it might be just a reflection from the mirror. And as you move the camera, it's the lights move. That's just my investigator debunking brain. But
so
if I
go, so it comes from behind there, and it comes down and across.
Right. Okay.
So if I do it a bit quicker, you can kind of see it. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
So for me, if that was a reflection, that would carry on going across and onto the bed, would it not?
Not
or
necessarily. No, it's reflecting off the mirror.
And then it'd go in front of the bag, but it doesn't. It kind of stops around here.
Yeah.
That's the only. It's just that bit there. Because I'm not really moving the camera at that point. I'm just pushing the door open.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's
interesting.
That's very interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I'd sent out to that woman and she said, confirmed that it was.
Mm.
But I think for the size of it, it's quite big. It'd be too big to be a reflection. Would it not? Because I've got my phone this way, so it's not lens flare, because you can see the difference with lens flare. It just seems a bit. I'll just play it.
The door open. Just got a big bit there. That's it.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, got a mirror. There's a mirror that side, and then there's a fish tank there. But when he opened it, obviously you can't see the fish tank.
No.
So I don't know. I just thought I'd share it.
It's interesting footage. It is interesting footage.
Yeah, there's something, whether it's paranormal or not, I don't know, but that's my one of only 2 orb either images or photos that I've ever got.
I think the only one I've seen with intelligent movement was at a place called Whitsunds Bay Fort, and it was one of Palmerston's Follies. So it was built for the Napoleonic Wars, and then it was used during the Second World War as a radar station, and also the Americans were there to shoot down the Luftwaffe when they came over Plymouth. And we were in that area. We caught a shadow figure or a photograph of a soldier in a blast hat on the back wall. And when we were in there and we were calling out, you saw these dust orbs coming down and they fall down. But there was just this one that literally came from the back of the battery tunnel, turned around, and then literally just went out the door. And it was just like, okay, that's a bit weird. We're going to flag that for intelligent movement. I mean, no bugs or anything that we could see at the time, and it just literally just appeared and just kind of went just slowly stopped and then went out the door. Yeah.
I'll see if I can find the full video to that.
Yeah.
Because it's about minute 10.
So have we got any questions for Paul?
We have. So I'll get them. So the first one, I know, the first one and the 2 after it are both from Grandizer. So, question 1: Paul, prior to having your first experience, what was your opinion on the paranormal world stroke genre? A bunch of hogwash, legends, or something else?
Okay, let's say my demon cases. Out of my demon cases, I would say about 40 are real. 40 out of 100 are real, and the other ones are hogwash.
Yeah. I mean, demon cases, 40 demon cases, that is a massive number. I mean, a massive number. I mean, what is it like investigating something like that? I mean, is it something you have to be more careful of with attachments and because obviously you're fighting against, you know, it is the ultimate battle, isn't it? Good versus evil. So is it something that you found whilst you're dealing and helping with these people with these cases? Has it something that's come back and infested your life as almost like a you shouldn't be poking your nose where you're not wanted sort of thing?
Well, what I do is if you have an attachment, I give you a full submersion baptism, which is a basic form of exorcism.
Yeah.
I do a Roman Catholic house blessing, and I'm very successful with that. A lot of issues with demonic cases are mental issues. There's some situations where I had to get my investigators out of there because I felt like they were in danger.
Yeah.
We've been to cases where it's a demonic case and they're hoarders. So we get to the house, they pulled out the toilets and put the toilets in the garage, and they do defecate in the garage, and totally mental stuff.
Yeah.
I had this one guy, he had a huge flashlight, and he was pounding the flashlight against the wall and making the light hit and thinking that a portal would open up and a demon would come out. He did so much, he was pouring sweat. And then he looked menacing with that flashlight. And that's when I got all the investigators out of the house. I said, okay, everybody out.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Yeah. It's not the dead you got to fear, it's the bloody living.
It is. Wow.
I think one came up and said it was the entity case. It was that one he was talking the case he was talking about, the one that they made the film The Entity from. Also known as the Entity Haunting. Yeah.
1974 investigation in Culver City, California, experienced by a woman named Doris Biro.
I never investigated that. I watched the movie. The movie's incredible. I would love to investigate that.
Cool. Right, and the next question, which will be the last one, because we're just over the hour mark.
Yeah.
Paul, did you ever read that some French POWs from the famous Battle of Dien Bien Phu, is that right? 1954, were released in the mid-70s to think there was some there were some alive since 1954.
I mean, I heard that rumor. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Yeah. I mean, they had an American POW in 1982 in Vietnam. Anything's possible.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, it's the ones we don't know about. That's what makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yep.
I think there's a lot we don't know about, I think.
I know. There's definitely something going on. So quite the main. So because you're going to be the last guest coming on a Wednesday, I'm going to ask you what we call the question. So if you was to get the opportunity to learn everything there is to know about the paranormal, if it's all connected, where it goes, where it comes from, how it works, the whole lot, would you want to know?
Oh, absolutely. If I used to wonder, I said, if a UFO landed in front of me, would I go inside? I would go inside and just beg that they don't probe me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have that boundary in place. That's good.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
So this is my argument. So I wouldn't want to know, but this is the reason why. Because once you know the chase is over for you, there's no mystery to it anymore. So it's like you go out, you do this paranormal investigating, it kind of like it stops because you go, say, to a derelict house and you contacting the spirits, and you know what they are and who they are before you even get there, and you can debunk. No, I don't mean debunk to say it's not paranormal, but you can debunk the unknown knowledge of what everyone else has, as opposed to everything that you know. So for me, I wouldn't want to know.
Half the fun is the
chase.
Not the chase, the knowledge, the thirst, the striving into the unknown. Is always finding out something new, learning something different, expanding your knowledge. I mean, I love that part of the journey. But if you had all the knowledge and you could still work in this realm and not be in this realm, then I would be happy to spread that knowledge. So,
yeah, but it's like when I've seen them UFOs, it'd be like, I'm like, oh, looks like an air balloon, blah, 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 blah. But if it's like, if I knew, it'd be like, oh, that's a craft from wherever. And it wouldn't phase you, it wouldn't bother you. It's just, it's like, oh, that's a Volkswagen Beetle. Or, do you know what I mean? You don't have any interest in it.
No, that'd be true.
I suppose that's what I'd be scared of. I wouldn't not want to have that excitement anymore.
The passion and drive would be gone out of it if you had all the answers.
Yeah. That's the only reason that I've got as to why I wouldn't want to know. So
we will know one day, but unfortunately, I think due to the fact that we won't be in the fleshy body anymore, we can't actually come back and tell anybody.
Well, apparently we can, but no one does it.
Well, maybe it's in our contract. We're not allowed. We can't give away the ending. Spoilers.
Yeah, that's it. When you pass over, you sign an NDA.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it. So, anything you'd like to add, Paul, before we wrap this up?
All I want to say is thank you so much, Abby and Andy. This was fantastic. I enjoyed
so much fun.
And I'm easy to find. All you have to do is Google, Bing me, Paul Dale Roberts, and I'll pop up. Or if you want to see some of my books, Paul Dale Roberts books.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Excellent. Well, I've put all the links in the description. Also, another thing that threw me, you've got a paranormal hotline for your investigating.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, it's like proper Ghostbusters is what I thought.
Yeah,
because I don't know anyone else who's got one other than like email address and all that. This is the actual California phone number. So
that is amazing.
Yeah, I was impressed with that.
Hey, have you guys ever kissed a Blarney Stone?
No,
not been over to Ireland. Not for 20 years. But no, I was wrong. Other part of Ireland I went to. So yeah,
I've been in both, and I lived there for 6 months and still didn't do it. So don't judge me.
That place is very haunted. In fact, that's my certificate right over there of kissing the Blarney Stone.
Oh wow!
Oh,
yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, that is amazing.
Need to add it to my bucket list.
You do?
Yeah,
definitely.
When I went to England, I enjoyed it. England, I stopped over at Cardiff, Wales. Went to Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. Then I went over to Ireland, and I went to Newry, Northern Ireland. So you guys are so lucky. You got leprechauns over there, and you got elves, UFOs, crop circles, ghosts. Man, you got it all.
Yeah.
And apparently Bigfoot as well. More and more sightings of Bigfoot in the UK. So if he's interdimensional, then he's popped over.
And you got Loch Ness Monster.
We do, yeah.
Yes.
You've got Champ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tahoe Tessie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got what's the other one up in British Columbia? I know it's like Canada, but you the Ogapoko, is it?
Oh yes, yeah,
Poco. Yeah.
yeah,
Is that it? Yeah, I can't remember if I said it right.
Bingos.
yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers, the
Yeah.
lot.
You know.
Yeah. So,
Bit of a chupacabra if you go into the south.
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
So we've both got our share of different types of entities. So there's a bit of a balance going on.
We've just got a lot of rain demons in the UK at the minute.
Yeah, in the shape of clouds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So massive thank you, Paul. Thank you so much for coming on. So
Yeah, it's been amazing.
This is the last show on a Wednesday where we're going to be having a guest on. Like I said earlier, as of next week, well, we're going to do the first one live next week and then nothing then till the new year. Our last one on a Friday is on the 19th of December, but me and Abby are going to be doing the 22nd and the 29th, which are both Mondays for the UFO files. And then we're back on the 2nd of January for our first Paranormal Pizza panel podcast.
Andy Dakotes, or should I say booth now?
Yes.
Christmas special.
Yeah, so on the 22nd, so I'll be...
Oh,
it's like a version of Bruno. It really is.
Oh.
So...
You totally threw me off my game then. Sorry, cute dog. Carry on. You carry on, Andy.
22nd of December. We've done a poll of myself, Abby. There's 5 of us that have done a drawing of Krampus on the Christmas special. At the moment, they are numbered. So you can vote for your favourite as to which one you want to win. And you will be voting for that picture referring to a number. On the 24th, when the Christmas special goes out at 8:30 p.m. UK time, 3:30 EST, you will then see who's drawn. I won't even call it drawing. I don't know what it was, but you will then see who's drawn what, and you'll be able to put a name to that picture. So then you'll find out who you'll be able to work out then who the winner is. And then when we come back on the 2nd, Friday the 2nd, we will then announce who the winner is, because we've got votes on YouTube, votes on Instagram, and votes on Facebook. So we need to get all 3 together, add them up, and then go from there.
And you want me to do that video tomorrow down by the lights so you can do the poll?
Yes,
which I will do this week. I will brave the cold and do. Also, as well, I think I'm going to eat my words on Liam's Bumblebee Krampus. I think so I'm going to eat my words on that one. His practice one that he showed us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah.
Granddad's with 12, he said I've bumped him off from being a guest on a Wednesday, but you can come on a Friday, because Friday is open to pretty much everyone and everything. Other than when we're doing the Paranormal Pizza.
Hey, you guys, I'm going to have to take off. I got this other appointment. I got to do
no worries.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Paul, and we'd love to have you on again. Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Excellent. I'll speak to you soon, Paul.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. See you soon. Bye-bye. Right.
Wow. So many cool stories.
Amazing.
An hour is just not enough.
I know. We are going to be having people coming on a Friday. So if you are a regular in the chat, you can come on. If we've met either myself, Nicole, or Abby in person, you can come on. If you're a friend of the show and you've been on before and it's just, the chemistry and the dynamics are there, you can come on. It's going to be invite only as of this moment in time. So as of next Wednesday, that's where it starts to change into the new format. We've already started it with the UFO files, but I want everything to kick in so it's all up and running, ready for the new year.
Yes, yeah.
So we've got back on Friday with Michelle Gray from Texas. Then Michelle Liddell is on Monday on the 15th on the UFO files. On a week today, me and Nicole are doing Encyclopedia of the Unknown, doing a live version. Then we've got Gwendolyn Purcell on the 19th, and that's our last Friday stream before Christmas. We'll be back on the 22nd doing the UFO files, myself and Abby, maybe Nicole if she can get off work.
Yeah.
24th, 8:30 our time. Yeah. She's still sat in traffic. 24th, yeah. Christmas Eve, 8:30 is when our pre-recorded Christmas special will go out. Between Christmas and New Year, me and Abby are going to be back on the 29th. I think we should cover Rendlesham on that because of the...
It happened that time of year.
Yeah. And then on the 2nd of January, we'll be kicking off with the Paranormal Pizza, and then it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Other than the 9th, there's not going to be anything on Friday the 9th because I'm doing Parameet online for Neil Packer.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be on that. The time that I'm on is the time that I'll be doing this. So obviously I can't do both at the same time. So from the 12th of January onwards, it's just going to be the new format, and that's it. So
you might have to write these down for me. That's just a lot of information to take.
I'm looking at the calendar and it's empty. I just need to know the dates. I've not actually wrote anything in, but I'm going to be sharing this. So I've opened a new calendar that I can share out to people. Yeah. So I'm going to share that with you, Nickname, and Nicole, so you can see exactly what's going on and when. And that is it, my friends. So thank you so much for hanging fire. Oh no, one more update. I'm so shit. It's unreal. So
it's hump day. What can you expect?
Executive decision by myself. I've decided that after this is the last stream that's going out on podcast. So Apple, Spotify, Podbean, all of them, because of how much that costs a month, I want to put that money in back to YouTube rather than going on to different platforms and concentrate on YouTube and nothing else. Yeah. So then improve this and do more stuff on it and just create better content for you guys. So basically that's costing 250 quid a year, which I can put into this and then just up the game a little bit more.
Yeah. So and it also goes into trips and stuff like that, you know. And creating content that way and collabs and meetups. And
when wires break and I've got to buy new wire and like leads and cables and all that, and they only cost a couple of quid, but when you've got to buy like 3 or 4 at a time, it ain't cheap. So it all goes to this, and I don't actually gain anything from it.
No.
So thank you everyone who has listened on podcasts, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Podbean, whatever podcast player. This is the very last one. If you do want to watch or listen back, you'll have to come and find us on YouTube. It's just Andy Booth -Alienate UK. The handle is going to remain Alienate UK. I've decided to use my real name because I'm not going out decoding anymore. Because that was a play on words. That's why I use that. And I just want to do it as me because now I've got into it and I'm being myself and I'm doing it. It's just worked. It just worked this way. So I'm being happy Easter. So I'm just doing it as me. So it's Andy Booth, Alienate UK, and that's it. And the one where I did the Just Mates, that's going to go out on a Saturday at 8:30. They're going to be pre-recorded as well. So rather than going to different channels, looking here, there and everywhere, not being able to find it for whatever reason, I'm going to treat this channel like a network, and then each playlist is actually a podcast, so it's easier to search. If it's something you don't want to watch, you don't have to, and you can just go to whatever playlist or podcast and find it directly on YouTube. And that is definitely it. And I've wrote all this down and put it on post-it notes right in front of me. So this is going to go out, and the last day for the podcast, it's getting deleted on the 15th. So that's next Monday. So you've got 5 days to listen to anything back, but you can find everything and much more on the YouTube channel. There's nearly 700 videos. So knock yourself out and enjoy.
Yes.
So that's it.
Enjoy. If you haven't watched this week's UFO files, go back and watch Mondays, where we had an amazing guest, Martin Hicks, and talked about a very, very little known but amazing case of 1,000
shadow bands.
Shadow band. It has been. Honestly, you look at my metrics. That has been massively freaking curtailed. But
It
yeah,
has.
the Cyprus event, 1,400 commandos. It's just mind blowing.
It is. So yeah, thank you everyone who's listening on podcast. Please do continue to support through YouTube, Patreon. Don't have PayPal anymore. Long story. If you do want to donate, I'm going to do it through SumUp. I just need to create the links to put them on. It's just easier, and PayPal's doing me head in. So
Yeah.
don't even get me started on that. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening on podcast. You can just listen on YouTube. You don't have to watch. That's it. So thank you everyone. We'll see you on Friday, where it should be myself, Abby, Nicole, Michelle, possibly another person, not sure yet. We'll soon find out when it comes down to Friday. So happy Easter, happy New Year, happy Whit Sunday, happy 4th of July and everything else. And thank you to Darren and Gerald for doing the moderating. Really do appreciate it. So see you all soon. Take care and enjoy the rest of your week.
Goodbye.